Welcome back to Let's Play Avernum Escape from the Pit. Last time we defeated the Chasm Drake, or Gap Drake, or whatever. The Gaping Dragon, if you will. And this time we're going to tackle the other dungeon up here in the Uncharted Caverns, or tunnels, Sulphur's Tower. You're crossing a land bridge over a series of boiling, sputtering fumaroles. Through the steam, you see two rows of skulls on poles. A fortress of damp, gleaming basalt towers over you. What do you mean, steal? Oh! There's a demon imprisoned here, bound in by powerful magical runes. The loathsome, leathery creature paces back and forth constantly, obsessively looking for a flaw in his prison. It has probably been doing this for years. When it sees you, it lets out a long, angry hiss. Then, resigned to its duty, it turns and says, "I am Baksha, the Greeter. You have entered the lair of the mighty dragon Sulphurus. Be obedient and refrain from stealing, and you might leave alive." It has said these words many times. Why are you trapped in that magic circle? It angrily rakes the invisible barrier around it with its claw. I am bound to welcome all comers to the home of the mighty Drake. What Drake? Sulphurus, mightiest of dragons. She placed me here to greet and give warning. He speaks the words with loathing. Dragons? How many are there? There are 5. I have not always been bound to Sulphurus. You belonged to before. Ha! I did not belong to anyone. I was a servant of Erica, and for that I earned good pay, but here I languish. Tell me about Erica. The incantrix. The demon looks around to make sure nobody is listening. He examines the walls carefully. Strange. Then he turns and speaks in a low voice. Sulphurus took me when I was on one of her errands. Very rude, but she has not forgiven this slight. One of her statues is here. One of Erica's statues? Let's just say it is well hidden indeed. If you, like me, are one of her followers, you'll know what to do with it. And watch out, the statues are guardians. What do I do with the statue? Erica can tell you, but not I. What do you mean they're guardians? Demon just smiles. Where does Erica live? A long way from here, west of the abyss. Anything you've been placed here to tell me? Besides my initial greeting? Only a warning. There's something I would like to know. Sulphurus does not allow me to share all I know, not without permission. To learn more, you must speak with the Drake herself. Go to her. My duty is done. Waves you off. Well, off to a good start. I stole from a dragon. Don't touch my hoard. An enormous dragon, 3 times her height, her mighty length coiling and uncoiling, rests on a stone dais. There's an active steam vent outside the east gate, making her chamber painfully hot. When she sees you, she bares her fangs in a predatory grin. They're pitch black. Sss. A morsel comes to the lair of Sulphurus. Small, but skilled. Yes, I will parley with you. You might be useful for more than simply food. You'll parley with us. Yes, my actions and our intentions are private, and you should not presume to ask of them. You shudder involuntarily. However, since you seem curious, I sometimes look for assistance. Guess I'd like to assist you. You must, if you are one of those who want to pass through my fortress. Some humans have expressed an interest in that passage to the east. The passage I control. Tell me about the passage. They, or at least this puny group called the Scimitar, expressed interest in passing it. Interesting things are beyond. I may allow you to pass to the east, but you must ask permission. Then I formally request permission to pass through the eastern passage. Excellent. All you have to do then is give me the silver circlet and the onyx scepter. They are rare, heavily guarded, and highly valuable magical artifacts. Do this, and I will grant you passage through my domain. We'll be able to pass through the tower. Me, or just others as well. Sulphurus cocks her head to one side. The issue had not occurred to her. Only you, of course. Others must pay themselves. For 2 powerful magical artifacts? Others must be able to use the passage as well. Sulphurus sighs. You cough on the sulphurous cloud of smoke. All right, I'll make way for other human prisoners to reach the secret thing that lies beyond. Agreed. But if they pester me, I will eat them. Tell me about the circlet. A silver circlet was brought down by some pathetic humans some time ago. It seemed to have magical power, but nobody could figure out what it did. I've only heard of it, and I don't know where it is, but the mystery is of great interest to me. Get it. Where would I find it? If I knew that, I would simply go and fetch it myself. My agents told me that it was stolen and taken to the abyss. It might still be there, or not. Tell me about the scepter. She roars and vomits a mighty gout of flame into the air. You almost faint. Black, a single piece of pure onyx, stolen from me. I know not who the thief is, but I know where it is. The Tower of Magi. Get it back from me. Why did someone steal it? It was magical and attractive, I imagine. Or if the tower doesn't want to give it up, show your strength. Take it from them. That is the way of things. Why have you blocked the eastern passage from this fort? My purposes are my own. However, I might allow passage for those who perform certain services for me. What's in the passage? I have given my word not to say. Given your word to who? Who are you to question me, fool? I was paid well for my discretion, and I shall not say. Look for yourself, if you dare. Can you teach me some of your magical skills? Me? Waste my time instructing humans? Nonsense. Why is that a waste of time? A tiny bit of time, but the blink of an eye, you humans wither away and die. If you lived a few centuries, it might be worth it to deal with you, but as things are, no. I'm not going to assume she's gonna like being yelled at. Oh, the living statues are Erica's. Okay. Let's see, anything else? Or anything new pop up? The silver circlet. Right. The silver circlet was mentioned in Spire. Let's see. Otherwise, Tower of Magi is, of course, going to have the Onyx Scepter on it. Alright. I guess the question remains of how do I get to Erica's tower, because that seems to be the center of many things. But for the time being, actually, you know what? I don't think I've actually gone through Fort Spire yet. I think I skirted around it at some point. There's also... Let's see... Etheridge's Ghosts and the Empire Orb. But for now, pass through Fort Saffron and then check Fort Spire. No, actually, no. I'm gonna go double check the screen capper. Or the Gremlin Cave, rather. I swear I cleared the place, but maybe I just didn't have the knowledge to interact with the thing. Yeah. Portal, Spell Tome, Hidden Portal. Did I have the skills for this totem? Or totem? Tome? Yeah, you definitely cleared the place out. Double checking things for sell value. Yeah, the use hotkey is very useful. Oh, it's Lightning Spray book. Add 20% bonus. Did I train it or something? Oh well. No warp here. Have I already done it? Maybe. Because that was full of Imperials. It has the insignia and everything. Hang on, there are buttons there. Oh. Gold ring, leather pants. Oh, another portal. This is probably going to be a fight that I'm a bit over-prepped for. Given they apparently have communications. Oh. On this rough granite pedestal, you find a large crystal. It's surrounded by a cloud of thick mist that you can see, or fine runes are etched all over its surface. You think you can see blurry shapes moving around within the stone, though the mist makes it hard to determine details. With a solid blow, you shatter the crystal into 1,000 pieces. The mist evaporates instantly. As you watch, the small symbols on the shards of glass start to glow. You smell sulfur. Infernal construct. Yeah, sure, buddy. Honestly, you have the better DPS, so go finish him off yourself. Let the other one move into backstabbable territory. Meant to melee that. You stay in melee range just because the backstab bonus is that good. Thrilling combat encounter. I think it's just a meathead. I think we're a little beyond a meathead being dangerous. Sorry, 2 meatheads. Let's see. The secondary tunnel has its own portal. So that brings us back over here, where some gremlins have respawned. Or just spawn. It's hard to tell sometimes. So what is the other portal? So where does the other portal go? The one that's not locked behind a door. Just up here, I guess. I guess that's a punishment for not paying attention. Yeah, they just spawn every time I use that portal, I guess. Thank you, Kanye. Very cool. That just opens down here. There. So, with that, I can honestly just go back up to Margo. Let's... Honestly, I'm going to do that. Right, the silver circlet is like in the back wall, I think. I am glad that we, as like people who play games, are beyond the era of having to repeat the involved process of getting into an area. I've destroyed the crystal as you requested. Well done. Now, if you wish, you can join the Scimitar, this organization that longs for nothing but undermining and destruction of the Empire and all of its forces. Be warned, however, that membership in the Scimitar is for life, but if you join us, we will give you your best chance to achieve your true destiny in Avernum. The choice is yours. Will you join us? I'd be honored to join. There is no special ceremony to join us, no testing beyond what you've already experienced. There is but your word, and you have given it, and now you are one of us. Our password is Icarus. Say it to anyone in our organization that you meet in your travels, and they will help you as best they can. Now proceed through the secret passage to the south and speak to Rogao. She'll teach you more about us. We've met a lot of Scimitar members over the course of the game. So that's a one-way shortcut. Gonna steal. I do want to map everything out, though. Alright. There's a tall, thin woman sitting at this desk. She has a short sword and a grim expression. Her clothes are torn and she wears several fresh bandages. She would much rather be out on a mission than sitting in this basement. When you approach, she displays a rare smile and rises to greet you. I am Rogao, commander of the Cell of the Scimitar. I welcome you, and I'm glad you've joined us at last. Tell me about this place. It's a Cell of the Scimitar, and I'm in charge of it. You're now a member. You're well hidden down here. We have to be. The Empire has spies everywhere. The fools in Avernum think that the Empire is unaware of what we built down here. They could not be more wrong. What's a cell? A small self-contained group. When the Empire's dervishes hunt us down, the other cells will be able to continue without us. We split up into small groups, any one of which only knows of a few others. What would you have adventurers do for you? I thought you'd never ask. She chuckles. We're all down here. They're all up there. But we're harder to control and watch in these endless tunnels than they expected. This is the ultimate breeding ground for rebellion. There's one problem. There's always a problem. So it seems. Luckily, this one is simple. There's one advantage they will always have over us. They can get at us, but we can't get on them. To be on equal footing, we need to find the exit to the upper world. There is an exit? Yes, this is something I'm sure you don't know. They left an exit unblocked. We know where it is, and we know how to get to it, but we don't have everything we need. That's where you would come in. We need a small, strong group to get the right information. Now that you know what we want, I can tell you where you can find it for us. What does a Scimitar do? We are the great hope of Avernum. We find and slay the surface world spies. Our agents are everywhere. You need to know how to identify them. They can help you when you're in danger. How do I identify fellow members? The word to identify yourself as a member of the Scimitar is Icarus. We, like he, will take great risks to be close to the sun. Do not use this word lightly. Only use it if the person leads you to believe he or she is in the Scimitar. Expect aid from them and give it in return. We all depend on one another. What danger am I in? Now that you've worked for us, you'll be in constant danger of attacks from above. They know we've spent some time looking for a group of adventurers, who are some of our agents. You must not ask that. You must stay hidden. The enemy is everywhere. The rot of the Empire has shot all throughout Avernum. If you think I'm paranoid, think of the fort you attacked, hidden behind the gremlins. It's not the only one we know of. Did you know there's an Empire agent called Ventria under Formello? We do. Don't worry. She's marked for death. We're taking our time, however, as we don't wish to attract the anger of King Micah just yet. Tell me about any of their outposts. We believe there's a band of Empire spies in the Cave the Bat, across the chasm south of the giant castle. We'd love to get to that group what we've done to others, but we can't get to it. Tell me what I need to do to find the exit. Your enthusiasm is appreciated. Our greatest ally is the great Archmage Erica. She told us the location of the exit and about the password. The Archmage Erica is involved? Yes, it is an incredible honor. What's the location of the exit? We know it's in the tunnels west of Fort Remote, near the northern end, but it's not known as exactly where. However, we know a dragon named Sulphurus lives there. Almost undoubtedly, she knows something about it. Makes sense. Empire paid her a fortune because she's more useful as a guard than dead, as long as people on the surface don't know that, they failed to exterminate the dragons. Can you tell me the password? No, I don't know it. Erica says there's a 4-part password necessary to get through the defenses of the exit. She's known of the existence of the password for some time and has been using her magic to try and find out who knows it or who might know it. Try to find her. Tell her that you're requesting for the lost route to the surface. Now that you're one of us, I'm sure she'll help you. Tell me about Erica. She's one of the greatest archmages ever. She was sent into Avernum and is never forgotten from those who did it. She's wonderful. Her desire for revenge will save us all. Go see her, by all means. Her tower is to the southwest. Alright. And otherwise, few named characters. But I have my job. Warning, unsecured guards. There's a crocolisk. Guard, basilisk. Oh, 2 cryodrakes. They're less of a potential problem than the basilisks. It's over here. Nothing, apparently. Maybe if I hadn't repaired the thing, it would have been quartz crystals. Ow. Quit that. Scimitar's filled his box with grisly trophies, the skull of each Empire officer they've killed. But more importantly, treasures. Alright. Let's get out of here. So, this is directly pointing me over to Erica. But I still don't really have a way to go west from here. I guess, theoretically, if I pass through the giant lands, there might be a boat up here somewhere. There are also probably a bunch of smaller quests I can do for the Scimitar. Just throughout Avernum. This is a tiny secret passage sloping down sharply to the east. It's far too small for a giant to fit through it. You don't doubt this was intentional. Oop, that one had money. Alright. Large force of giants have camped here, blocking all travel in and out of the city of Barga. They don't look the least bit scared of you. To get past here, you'll have to fight them. Giants must have been here a while, getting very bored. They attack you enthusiastically. Cave Giant Diviners. So this is just straight up a power check. Oh! Oh! 5% chance to hit Cordelia. God. Dodge tank Cordelia. Do you have, like, a centered on self thing? No, but you can Ice Rain. Back off, attack. Thought that would kill, honestly. Face tank Mycroft. Wow. Self. Wow. Best way to reduce damage is to kill units. Back off and lightning spray. Emerald. Crude halberd. Bronze spear. Emerald. The giants are all dead. The roadway is clear, and the people of Varga now have fewer giants to fight. This mean you, the Gints. Oh. Stay away, the Gints. This mean you, the Gints. We eat you all up. So there's the giant castle. Let's map the place out. Counter a small, lost band of goblins. They're clearly terrified, both of you and the giants that hunt these caves. When they see you, one of them says, "Please, please don't hurt us. We'll give you all our money if you let us go. Please don't kill us." Easily, they give you a few coins and run away in terror. 20 coins. This huge yawning chasm stretches far, far to the west. Bits of trash littered nearby reveal its primary use, the giant's trash pits. Far to the west, through the mist, you see a narrow ledge running along the edge of the chasm. So there's something over there. There's a dead giant here, apparently ambushed by a bunch of giant lizards. Among his stuff, you find a human broadsword, which you must have been using as a dagger. Steel broadsword. In the grove, you see a giant hunting party looking for giant lizards. When they see you, they decide that you would be adequate prey. Weaken that one, if nothing else. Wow. It's just a good sound. Now, Mache. Hume, stay away. The Gints. Oh, okay, so that's all the way back to Kios, actually. This patch is bleh. The passage here is blocked by a huge wall extending almost a mile to the west, floor to ceiling. It has huge gates in it, closed and bearing giant padlocks. Giant in the sense both that they are very large and that they were made by giants. I thought I hit leave, but maybe there was an encounter right there that just happened to be covered up by the text box. One thing I've noticed about the language of these games is these games being the spiderweb games in general. People speak very shortly and literally, which is an interesting choice. Okay, yeah, it was just an encounter happened to be there as well. Well, there's Pyrog's lair. Many offerings have been left near the large cave entrance to the north. There are bits of rotting food, old weapons, crude stone carvings, and other pitiful gifts. Looks like they've been picked through. Everything valuable has been taken, and everything else was left to rot. There's also a heavy sulfur smell in the air. You find, by the side of the secluded lake, an ancient stone tower. Inside, you find a moldy altar. Strange markings cover its surface. Pray at it. Feel a strange dizziness for a moment, but then it passes. You feel refreshed. Destroy the altar. Feel a wonderful surge of energy. Then the air around you grows hot and starts to reek of rotting meat. The altar's guardians appear to exact vengeance. Gained a lot of experience, presumably. Let's see. Cryo demon, a cave demon, one demon. Standard demon fare. Let's take our levels. Endurance. Dual wielding. Should I keep taking melee weapons past 10? I think that I'm going to get more out of cave board, lock, or even tool use. We've got another solid chunk of the map mapped out. Open the gate. Padlocks are much more powerful than their crude appearance would have you think. You try lockpicks, then magic, then brute force, but nothing gets them open. You don't know where you could find the key, but the huge giant castle to the west might be a good bet. You know what? Next time on Let's Play Avernum Escape from the Pit, let's pay a visit to Pyrog, because we know some people are going to pay very well for some papers or knowledge that they have.